A 16-year-old boy, Ethan, is relaxing in the park waiting for his younger brother when a group of bikers starts to threaten him. Despite being provoked and pressured, Ethan stays calm and is ready to protect his brother. With his calm demeanor and martial arts skills, he does something that makes the bikers back off. On a Saturday afternoon, the public park on the outskirts of Los Angeles, California, was filled with the gentle autumn air. The setting sun cast a warm golden light reflecting off the tall trees. The laughter of children echoed through the quiet space as families leisurely strolled, enjoying the fresh air. But suddenly, the peaceful atmosphere began to shift when a group of bikers arrived. The loud roar of their motorcycles shattered the tranquility, bringing an unsettling tension. Under the shade of a large oak tree, Ethan, a strong and calm 16-year-old, sat reading a book, waiting for his younger brother Tyler, a 9-year-old innocent boy who had just finished his soccer game. Neither of them realized that the group of bikers, dressed in black leather and with a menacing, violent demeanor, were drawing closer and lurking nearby. The peaceful atmosphere in the park suddenly became heavy when the sound of motorcycle engines broke the silence. Ethan was still sitting under the tree, flipping through his book, unaware of the approaching group of bikers. But as they parked near him, he immediately sensed their eyes fixed on him. He didn't need to look directly at them to know something was off. It was as if he could feel their gaze, like predators locking onto their prey. A sense of unease crept over him, making it hard to focus on the pages in front of him. He glanced up briefly, seeing the 3 bikers, men in black leather, rough and imposing, standing around their bikes. Their mere presence made the air feel thick with tension. One of the bikers, a tall man with a scarred face and menacing eyes, slowly approached Ethan. His heavy footsteps were deliberate, each one coming closer. Ethan didn't move, his posture still relaxed. The biker stopped in front of him, his voice low and challenging. "What are you doing here? This isn't a place for people like you." Ethan remained calm, looking up at the man and replying in a steady voice, "I'm just waiting for my brother." But the biker wasn't done. With a mocking smirk, he taunted, "Waiting for your brother? You think you belong here?" Ethan didn't flinch. He simply stared back at the biker, his gaze unwavering. But the situation escalated when another biker moved around him, forming a circle. The tension grew, and Ethan felt the shift in the air. The bikers weren't just looking to intimidate. They were closing in, ready to make their move. One of them sneered, "You look tough, but do you think you can take us on?" Their words were filled with disdain, as if trying to provoke a reaction. Ethan could feel the threat mounting, the atmosphere growing darker. The peaceful park, once filled with the sounds of children playing and families strolling, now felt charged with the potential for violence. Every moment felt heavier, and Ethan knew things were about to escalate. The atmosphere in the park had grown so tense, it felt like it was suffocating, every breath becoming heavier for Ethan. Suddenly Tyler, his younger brother, came running over, excited and unaware of the danger that was lurking. He had just finished his soccer game, his cheeks flushed with the energy of play. But as he drew closer, the bikers' attention shifted to him. They stopped laughing and began eyeing Tyler with mocking grins, like predators spotting an easy target. One of the bikers, a big man with a cruel smirk, stepped forward. He reached out, his hand outstretched as if to grab Tyler. "Hey kid, want to play with us?" he sneered. His voice was full of disdain, and the group behind him chuckled, egging him on. Tyler, innocent and unaware of the threat, took a step back, his face confused, unsure why these men were acting this way. Ethan's heart clenched. Despite his calm demeanor, a rush of anger surged within him. His younger brother, someone he'd always protected, was now in the crosshairs of these bullies. Ethan could no longer sit idly by. His composure faltered for a moment, the calmness in his eyes replaced with an unshakable resolve. He stood up, slow and deliberate, his body language firm and confident. The peaceful park, once filled with the sounds of families and children, now felt like a battlefield, and Ethan wasn't about to let his brother become prey. Ethan looked around, hoping for someone to step in, but the park was full of oblivious people. Families strolled by, children laughed, completely unaware of the danger that was unfolding right in front of them. No one seemed to notice or care. It was then that Ethan realized the harsh truth. This was his fight alone. There was no one coming to help him. It was up to him to protect his brother. "You don't get to mess with him," Ethan said, his voice steady but firm, the weight of his words cutting through the tension like a knife. The bikers paused for a moment, surprised by his calm defiance, but their reaction quickly turned to arrogance, as if they were about to crush him with their strength. Ethan didn't flinch, standing tall and unwavering, ready for whatever came next. The park had become eerily silent. The once peaceful environment now felt thick with danger, the tension almost palpable. Ethan and the bikers stood face to face, the air charged with impending violence. But Ethan was prepared. He knew that, regardless of the odds, he would protect Tyler, no matter the cost. The situation was teetering on the edge of chaos, and only one thing was clear. Ethan wasn't going to back down. The large biker stepped forward, stopping just in front of Ethan, his eyes filled with challenge. "I didn't expect you to want to protect your little brother," he sneered. "Well, show me what you've got." He gestured to his gang, who stood around them, forming a tight circle. They looked at Ethan with mocking grins, waiting for him to make a mistake. But Ethan stood calm and unwavering, his sharp eyes focused, though beneath the calm exterior, his resolve was unbreakable. Without saying a word, Ethan sprang into action. He moved fast, launching a powerful kick to the biker's side, hitting him with such precision that the man stumbled backward, barely keeping his balance. The biker was momentarily stunned, but the rest of the gang didn't back down. They were used to intimidation, and they weren't going to let one kid stand in their way. The tension in the air was thick, but Ethan remained composed, prepared for whatever came next. One of the other bikers rushed at him from behind, but Ethan was already prepared. He spun around with lightning speed, locking the biker's arm and flipping him to the ground in one smooth motion. The sound of the man crashing to the dirt echoed, but Ethan barely flinched. He knew this fight wasn't over, and he couldn't afford to hesitate. While Ethan was dealing with the two bikers, Tyler, his 9-year-old brother, unknowingly walked right into danger. One of the bikers shoved him hard into a nearby tree. Tyler fell to the ground, panic filling his eyes. The biker moved closer, a cruel grin spreading across his face, ready to continue his attack on the innocent boy. Ethan saw it in an instant. His heart raced and a surge of protective rage flooded through him. There was no time to waste. With a burst of speed, he rushed toward Tyler, knocking the biker away with a fierce shove. "No one touches my brother!" Ethan's voice rang out full of authority. He pushed the biker to the ground, pinning him with one swift motion, ensuring Tyler was safe. At this point, the group of bikers began to realize they had underestimated Ethan. Despite their larger numbers and physical advantage, the young teen's martial arts skills had them questioning their confidence. They hesitated, unsure of how to handle someone who fought back so fiercely. One of them made a move to attack again, but Ethan was already ready. He stood firm, eyes locked onto the next biker, waiting for him to make the first move. The atmosphere was thick with tension, each second feeling like it could explode into chaos at any moment. When the bikers realized they couldn't overpower Ethan, their confidence began to waver. Sensing the shift in power, Ethan didn't hesitate for a moment. He held his ground, keeping the bikers from getting any closer to his younger brother. He turned briefly to check on Tyler, his eyes soft but unwavering in their resolve. "I'm here. You're safe," Ethan said, his voice calm but firm, as he stayed focused on the bikers, preventing them from making any further advances. The bikers slowly came to the realization that they were outmatched. Despite their numbers and their aggression, they couldn't break Ethan's composure. The young teen's martial arts skill and discipline had them second-guessing their chances. After a few tense minutes, one of the bikers nodded, signaling their retreat. Without a word, they began to back away, leaving the park in silence. Their engines roared as they sped off, the tension lifting with their departure. The park was quiet again, the only sound being the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. Ethan let out a quiet breath, relieved that the danger had passed. He turned back to Tyler, who was still shaken but unharmed. Ethan knelt down beside him, offering reassurance with a gentle touch on his shoulder. The younger boy was still trembling, but Ethan's presence calmed him. The lesson had been taught. not just about physical strength, but about maintaining composure and staying true to one's principles in the face of adversity. Ethan had not only protected his brother, but had also shown the bikers that violence wasn't the answer to every confrontation. Tyler looked up at Ethan, his eyes wide with admiration. He had always known his brother was strong, but seeing him stand up to those bikers so calm and collected left him in awe. Tyler now understood that the world outside could be dangerous, but as long as he had his brother by his side, he would always be safe. The bond between them was unbreakable, built on love and trust. Tyler realized that Ethan's strength came not from physical power alone, but from discipline, calmness, and the unwavering love he had for his family. As the two brothers stood there in the now quiet park, they knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. Ethan and Tyler didn't just share a bond of blood, but a powerful connection of protection, respect, and unconditional love, something that would always see them through even the toughest of times. This story highlights the power of patience and calmness in dangerous situations. Ethan faced the provocations with composure, maintaining his inner strength without letting anger take control. It was this calmness that helped him overcome the challenge and protect his younger brother effectively. The sibling bond between Ethan and Tyler is a testament to unconditional love and protection, where family is not just about words, but about real action when needed. Additionally, the story celebrates the role of discipline in martial arts. It's not a tool for attack, but a means to keep oneself safe and protect those we love, proving that true strength comes from control and patience.